All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have some pretty big news that I wanted to share with you all today. It's about the direction of my channel, the direction of my content, what I plan to do moving forward with my YouTube and my Twitch. It's been, a pretty eventful. It hasn't been a year yet since we started content creation. It was May and last year, and I've made the big decision to quit Wuthering Waves. You can kind of see over here, looking at some of my channel stats, we're over 50k subs, we're over we're over 400 videos, a lot of WuWa content. But what I've started to realize over the past couple of months is that, well, what am I doing playing this cheap imitation of a game? Clearly, this is just a copycat of Genshin Impact. There are so many systems, so many mechanics that just make the game appear like this absolute imitation, right? A complete fake. And I don't know if I can stand being one of those individuals who's not actually playing the original and, most importantly, superior product. You can make that whole relationship between WuWa and Genshin and Breath of the Wild. You can't. And Genshin did not copy Breath of the Wild. That one is just that one. I don't have a reason for why I'm saying that, but they just didn't do it. So what I'm going to be doing today is actually getting on into why I'm making a decision like this. And I've actually got both games open so I can walk you all through exactly what I'm talking about over here. And hopefully you guys will be able to recognize and make a similar decision like me moving forward, because it's clear that WuWa is cooked. 2.2 was just a completely garbage patch. I don't know how anyone could like it. And then Genshin, what they've got going over here, it is just an absolutely amazing experience. Let's just go ahead and dive into my list over here. I wanted to talk about, some of those mechanics, how everything is really going to be shifting moving forward, and why I'm making those shifts in my channel direction. First things first, when you're in Genshin Impact, I think one of the best. I've got to get out of a city to really show you guys exactly what I'm talking about over here. Yeah, that white screen, when it loads, it wakes me up. I hate dark mode. I fucking hate dark mode. When it comes to exploration in Genshin Impact, I feel like one thing that people don't talk about enough that really makes it the superior game is the fact that, you really got to work for where you want to go. I personally find, I found it a lot more fulfilling when, I can see that my stamina bar is going down as I'm climbing. I'm not able to run up walls. Actually getting to the final destination of where I'm trying to go, it's probably the most fulfilling thing in the game. It really makes me feel like I'm getting a lot more value out of my limited pulls in my characters when I'm able to, do stuff like this and, fly. Right, it really does make me feel like I can pull a lot more strategically. I can make sure I have the right units. I'm saving up for the right ones, and I get to feel better than other people that aren't making the same purchase decisions as me. And I just get a better gameplay experience. Wuthering Waves, on the other hand, it puts everybody on an equal playing field, no matter what unit they use. They can do dumb shit like run up obstacles. I don't even know why the devs decided to put that shit in the game. Half the people have air attacks that take them really far. They can swap units in the air. I'm glad that Genshin only put this on the Natlan characters, that they can swap between them, because it's just it looks super tacky and lame. Right, and so it should really only be in one region. And this whole idea, again, that they can run up walls and just streamline exploration like this, I don't feel like I'm earning anything over here, right? I'm not really working for it, right? It's just completely effortless. And this idea that your stamina will regenerate when you're just not in combat, it's no, I don't. My characters are getting tired, dude. Think about real life. Nobody can sprint this long in real life. This is the most unrealistic bullshit I've ever seen. Nobody can do this. Not even the best cross-country runners. So why the fuck is it in WuWa? So yeah, I mean, Genshin going ahead and making sure that your stamina depletes, you feel a deeper connection to your characters, because you can experience their fatigue firsthand. And that to me is just it makes me feel a deeper connection to them as people. I think of them more as people, right? Even if they're supposed to be an Archon that's a million years old. I'm not even thinking about that, right? I think of them as real human beings. That's really going to be the first part. We got exploration. Next part that I really wanted to get into was it goes hand in hand with exploration. I'm going to have to find an area that I'm familiar with over here. Let me just go on over to Sumeru. Another blind, sorry, not blinding, waking up loading screen, really nice. Just what I needed in the morning while my eyes are still, you know, they got all that rhodopsin and stuff. Yeah, the world design. So one thing that I just really love about Genshin Impact is the fact that, honestly, whenever I see like a location in the distance, I have no idea how to get there, right? It's like, I'm just fathoming in my mind, how am I going to get to like that rock, that location over there, right? And it's almost like I have a bit of a puzzle in my head, a bit of like a challenge. Like I'm on a quest, right? Like the quest isn't marked in my quest log, but I'm like on a quest right now to try to get to this location. And instead of like actually doing stuff in the game, actually like earning primo gems, doing all of this stuff, I have to like think about, okay, like what will I have to do? What characters will I have to purchase? What banners do I need to pull on so that I can like get to that? Oh, I can't even get back up. So I can get back to that destination over there. And it makes me feel a lot more strategic about where I'm spending my money. It feels a lot more fulfilling when I'm finally able to do what I need to do. And according to my discoveries, it's gonna be pretty simple. As you can see over here, I've been making some really bad decisions with my account. I believe that the only Natlan character I have is currently Kachina, and that was like a terrible mistake, right? Now I know what I did wrong, and I just need to make sure I pull this unit. Next time she reruns, spend a couple $100s on her, and then I just need to pull her. And then I'm good to go, right? Because these characters have such like amazing exploration quality of life that will just let me fly and then reach, right? You know, that destination that I'm talking about from the cliff. Wuthering Waves, on the other hand, it's so unrewarding. Let me just show you an example of like the kind of like just worthless shit they put into this game. Look at this. I turn into a butterfly and then my stamina goes down. This is terrible. This is off. I don't even understand why they put this in the game. Like, it's just worse. It's worse than just running. Like, look, my stamina's going up. It's worse than just running. I need to show you guys, like, something else, because it doesn't even make sense, like, what these devs are doing. I'm going to be spawning in, like, the new area, Avenolium. Like, so he's super hype, right? And they just let you call a gondola. And then when you get into the gondola, it's, like, super fast. And this is the thing, right? Why did I even pull this character, then? They told me that she was going to swim fast, but she's slower than the gondola. So, like, what's the point? I'm supposed to get an advantage, and, like, my exploration is supposed to be, like, 30 times better. It's supposed to be, like, 30 times better because I pulled the limited character. Why are they making it so easy to, like, explore in the new region just by giving everybody something that's faster? It's like bullshit. It's so bullshit. Like, I don't even know why these devs are doing something like this. It's so unfair to like the players that are, you know, obviously like paying, right? We should get a huge advantage. And like, honestly, I just feel like scammed. Like, I don't even know why I pulled this unit. I know she's got like big badonkers, but it's just like I'm not getting enough out of her. And like reduced stamina, the boat has infinite stamina. So like what are we even doing here, man? I mean, you can clearly see when it comes to like exploration and world design, Genshin is just the better game. Like, I don't even know why anyone would play this for exploration. It's a complete waste of your goddamn time. Yeah, those two topics covered. Now what I wanted to get into was like, of course, the character mod. I really smart AI. They knew I was gone. What I need to do right now is I need to talk a little bit about the character models and why Genshin Impact is just so amazing. Like, look at this. Oh, sorry. I'm using the wrong unit. Let me switch my team real fast. We see all of these characters. We see all these characters over here. Let me just get the exact ones that I'm looking for. All these characters use like the polearm, right? All these characters use the polearm. Look at this. That's the heavy attack. Check this one out too. That's the heavy attack. Check this one out too. That's the heavy attack, right? It's so cool. It is so cool that all of these characters from different regions all have the same exact fighting style. That to me is the most awesome part, like probably the best part about Genshin Impact's character models. There's such a high level of consistency with all of the attacks that they're doing, and it just makes the game seem so much more cohesive. Like, I know what's going on. I can go into like YouTube videos and like understand, oh yeah, that Zhang Ling, she's doing a heavy attack, right? This Hu Tao, they're doing a heavy attack. And this Toma, you never see this animation, but he's doing a heavy attack. And that to me is just, it's so consumer and player friendly. It is so player friendly that they're making the game so recognizable for everyone that's playing it. Like, honestly, the worst thing that Genshin did, in my opinion, was like add unique attack animations to various characters. Like, look at this. What the fuck is that? What is he even doing? What a complete waste of dev resources, right? Like, why would they make it so that he has like a custom heavy attack and like you can't really tell what the fuck this John Lee is doing, right? These devs are like, that was like the one mistake the devs made, and I'm glad for future releases they decided to go back to the original formula of everyone having the same attack. And then you have like Wuthering Waves on the other hand, right? Like they just do so much dumb shit where it's like these two characters, they both use a rectifier, right? You see that thing floating next to them? But like their attacks, like hers looks like that, hers looks like that. Like, what is even going on? I'm so confused, right? There's so much visual clutter that makes me like not really want to play the game. And then like she does something where she like goes into the air. Like, what? There's no Z axis, and like all you're supposed to be able to do is just jump. And then what is this shit? It doesn't make any sense why all of these characters do like so many different things. Even like if they're in the same class, right? Let's just put in like two, they call it Broadblade in this game. Really, it's Claymore. Look at these thieves. This is Jinxi's heavy attack. She does like some weird thing with her dragon. And then Jian does like, how am I supposed to know they're both using heavy attacks? There's such a lack of clarity in like the character models and the character animations, right? You just look at any gameplay, you're gonna be confused. Like to understand what the characters are doing, you have to actually play them. And that's bullshit, right? I shouldn't have to play the game and like look at the animations and see what the characters do to understand what's going on. And I just really love what Genshin does with their character models and all of that to just make it a much more seamless experience, you know, picking up the game for the first time. And, you know, clearly this guy is just a copy of Zhao too. He even has like, if you get a C1, which I somehow got by accident, right? You can cast your skill twice. Right, everyone knows Zhao can do the same exact thing. That's going to be our second point, right? We're talking about character models in the exploration. Now there's something else I want to talk about, and we're going to start off with WuWa first over here. What is this stupid mechanic, right? This stupid mechanic of like overflowing resin. Like, why would the devs of WuWa put in a mechanic that makes people like play the game less? You should have some sort of incentive to like log in every day, sometimes even twice a day, right? To make sure that you're getting like all of your resources, that you're playing the game, you're driving up your analytics, all of that. The fact that these dumb Kuro devs decided to like add a system that like gives you some benefit if you're not playing every single day is just ridiculous, because it's Genshin Impact and WuWa. Of course you want to play every day. I think the worst part about all of this is like also how easy WuWa makes it to like spend your wave plates too. So like you'll see over here, I'm just gonna press random buttons like face roll on my keyboard because this game is like so easy and like way harder than, and is way easier than Genshin. Yeah, look at this. Like look how fast I'm clearing this. It's like stupid. The overworld should take a long time, right? The overworld should take a really long time. It should be like really tedious, or sorry, not tedious, and fulfilling, because, you know, I want to feel like I'm earning my energy expenditure. You're gonna see over here, WuWa just lets you spend double your energy at once. Like you can just spend double whenever you want. And like this is such a stupid system that makes you like just like not even realize like how much you're enjoying the game. Like, right, I just get all my stuff right there. I only have to do it twice and I get everything. But in Genshin Impact, right, they have a way better system. First, what I need to do is like oh, right. First what I need to do is does anyone know where the crystal... I gotta go over here, right? And first, I gotta make sure I pick all these bad boys up, right? Interaction with the... Oh, shit. Yeah, I got two of them. Nice. That last dude is gone. We'll worry about him later. Yeah, so what I have to do to spend all of my resin in Genshin Impact is pretty simple. You already saw over here, that was the first part. I'm engaging more with the game world. Fortunately, like, you know, the devs didn't want to make it too easy, which I appreciate the challenge for. Genshin Impact is a super complex game. And now that I have those crystal flies, right, I can just go over here and now I can turn them into the condensed resin. Now that I've done, oh, I already had 5. Yeah, I was just showing the step. Yeah, I was just showing the step. And now that I have the 5, I can just go ahead and let me go find a spot to spend all my resin on. Thanks to this amazing Adventurer's Handbook. Amazing, by the way. Let me just move. What is... Yeah, that's useless. Or, sorry, that's just hasn't found its meta. It's just not meta yet. Where do I gotta go? I'm trying to farm that new artifact set. Yeah, I want that plunging attack damage. Boom, there we go. I need to make sure I'm running the right team. I need to make sure I'm running a meta team for this amazing game mode. Yeah, this one looks good. Here we go. And now I can go into the domain. I'm gonna click start. I'll enter another start menu to get my team ready. And watch this, guys. Watch this. Don't you feel like this experience is so much more fulfilling because it takes so much more time? All right, here we go. Now I can just do this. A little bit of that. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love 2-button gameplay. Every character is so easy to use. It makes the game so much more simpler for newer players. But then there's all that complexity as well. Oh my, I only had to kill one enemy. Holy moly, devs, listen. All right, so now I just use my condensed resin. And now I get to watch this really cool animation. Every single time. I love this animation every time. And then I get my gear, right? And then I get 2 pieces. And this kind of leads us into our next part, right? That makes Genshin Impact such an amazing game. It's the fact that I don't get to infinitely farm for my pieces. Like in Genshin Impact, every single artifact that you get feels so much more earned because you can only get these artifacts from spending your energy, right? This is the only way to get them, is to spend energy. And the best part about all of it is that like these pieces become so much more valuable because I'll never actually be able to spend any of my experience on something until I get something that's worth rolling in the first place. And then the only way to get something worth rolling is to spend my energy. And so the end result is that I'm always going to have experience for my artifacts. I'm always going to level something up. I just have to wait, you know, a couple of days, weeks, months, maybe years to get the piece that I can roll. But once I'm ready to roll it, I'm going to be able to level it up to 20 instantly. Unlike this trash game that like, it just lets you like infinitely farm your echoes. And then like, it only gives you like barely any EXP from like doing these Tacit fields, right? And like, what's going to end up happening is that I'll have way too much stuff to level up in the first place, right? And it's just such a dumb system to be able to like, let you spend your experience and like on different things. I should have to wait like a couple of months. I should have to wait a couple of months to make sure that I can find a piece worth rolling on in the first place, right? I should have to wait months to find a piece worth rolling on in the first place. It shouldn't be this easy to get equipment. You know, it should be harder like Genshin Impact. And like the end result is that like you're just gonna like run out of all of your experience level up materials because you have too much stuff to roll on. And it's such a like dumb system. Like you should just have to wait months to roll on a piece and then you'll never have EXP problems. I have too many EXP problems in WuWa, too many tuner problems. And yeah, it's just terrible. Yeah, I hate getting to spend my resources on stuff every day. It's too much work too. That's the whole issue with artifacts and echoes. Now I need to talk about the elephant in the room. And this is really it. In Wuthering Waves, like I don't even know why these stupid devs are doing this. They have this thing like they guarantee the weapon banner. They guarantee their weapon banner. I have no idea why they even do this. Like it's guaranteed within 80 pulls and then their character is guaranteed within 80 pulls. I do believe that Genshin Impact is just so much more of like a thrilling and like adrenaline fueled wishing process where instead of it being guaranteed in you know, like that dumb number 80, we get over here, right? Let me just bring up the details. 90. Yeah, 90 is a way better number than 80. 90 just looks like a better number than 80 does. And so I don't really know why those dumb WuWa Kuro devs decided to use 80 instead. 90 just looks better. It sounds better too. Like 80 just doesn't roll off the tongue in the same way. And when it comes to like the weapon banner, right? Like this system that they've put in is so awesome. The epitomized path. Where like if I just like lose a 50-50, sorry, the 37.5 30 or 25, if I lose that, right? This is the awesome thing. Like I will build up this fate point and then I'm gonna have to breach pity again if I do lose to guarantee the weapon. And this is the best part. This is like the most adrenaline fueling part. Like this makes me feel alive. This makes me feel alive when this happens. If I get this point up to 1 by losing the 37.5, then if I don't pull by the time the banner ends, then that point disappears. And then I have to build up another 90 pity just to get the point again. And so like that means that I'm like on like a time limit, you know, like it's like, whoa, you know, it's like a surprise quest, like high alert, like red alert, you know, you gotta be like, whoa, I gotta like farm everything up. Like I feel so much more motivation to like play the game or, you know, just like, you know, have the real fun in this game. Start pulling in the shot, doing all of that. Right? You know, doing a little bit of these top-ups and stuff, right? That's where the real thrill is for me. I get to open up my wallet and pay Hoyoverse, pay the company. And so like having that time limit on, you know, being able to redeem that pity just makes the game feel so much more alive. It adds a layer of like, you know, healthy stress that I love as a player. With Wuthering Waves, you just don't get that. Like this dumb system where like the pity rolls over on the weapon banner too. So you can just like drop a 10 pull for for fun and just see where it goes. Garbage, garbage, right? Give me the epitomized path in this game. It will be better, I guarantee it. You're gonna have so much more motivation to like explore and 100% the map and do all of this stuff because you have the risk of losing something, right? You have the risk of just 90 pulls in this game evaporating into thin air and doing absolutely nothing for you because you'll lose the epitomized path point. Where's the risk in WuWa? It's so boring pulling weapons. There should be a strategy for pulling weapons. Forget the fact that it's like a game. Like it's first and foremost, this game is gacha, and so you should have a complex gacha system like this. Duh, dummy. That's like the whole system over here. And there's one last thing when it comes to WuWa's like stupid 5-star pity banner system. How dare these stupid devs let you buy sequence nodes and copies in the shop? Like, seriously? Like, like, I can't believe they're making it this affordable. The shop should be like in Genshin Impact, where there's absolutely nothing worth fucking buying. Or, sorry, yeah, the shop should just be like Genshin Impact, where they keep the value of their limited characters really, really, really high, because they don't really give you anything, like, great to buy in the shop. And so, all you really should do is just buy these intertwined fates and absolutely nothing else in here, right? And it just makes you feel like when you pull on a character, you're getting so much more out of the game. They feel so much more valuable. You feel so much more closer to them. Like, you have to go through the experience, right, of like, let's just say over here, I just lose my 50-50 here. Or yeah, I have to go through the thrill of, like, you know, losing losing those 10 pulls every single time I want a dupe. While in this game, like, I can just buy dupes. Like, really? This is so uninteractive. Like, this is not memorable. Like, what? I'm gonna talk about, yeah, dude, like, yeah, I pulled my S2 Camellia the other day. Yeah, I just pressed 2 buttons. Like, you should at least be pressing like 20, brother, man. It's such a boring experience doing that. And while in this game, right? In this game, oh my gosh, I'm always living on the edge when it comes to this game. And like, this is the way it should be. If I want to S6 a character, I want people to know that I spent thousands of dollars on it, because it's a badge of honor to S6 a character, especially one like Verisa with her fat ass. I need to make sure everybody knows it was at least $3,000. At least $3,000 plus for me to get to where I am. And in this game, you can spend only like 1K and still end up with like S6 somehow, just because like you can buy all these in the shop. Some bullshit. So unearned. So unearned. It's like so unfair. And now let me get to like the last part. Let me get to like the closing reasons for like why this game, WuWa, that I have on the screen right now is just so doo-doo water. And this is the main thing. And I feel like a lot of you guys are going to resonate with this because it just ruins the game. Like, let's just say I'm trying to do something like my daily quest. Like, I'm trying to say engage with like the world and the lore of the game. And, you know, I'm trying to get rewards in the process, right? You know what this dumb game lets you do? It just lets you skip the dialogue. It lets you skip the unvoiced dialogue that these devs have worked so hard in, like, translating and, like, making sure it's good. Like, look at this. They even tell you it's gonna hinder your understanding of the dog shit WuWa story. So, like, maybe it doesn't matter. But, like, it even asks you, and then you can just click, yeah. Why would you even do that? Like, look at what you got your rewards, but you robbed yourself of the amazing story experience in this game through its unvoiced text. And then Genshin Impact, on the other hand, right? It's clearly the superior game. Let me just do a commission real fast so I can show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. All right. Oh, yeah, I need to make sure I switch over to my my $300 character that moves a lot faster. Sorry, guys. My bad. Yeah, I need to show off the value of my account. All right, and look at this. Now, there's no... Look at this. Look how much more engaged I am with the story experience. I'm totally, like, not trying to... I'm reading every single line. I'm totally... Holy shit. I'm totally not trying to... All right. Do you see how much more engaging that was? Do you see how much more engaging? I had so much more fun doing that than that, like, stupid... Look, now we gotta finish it off. Please... Okay, now I gotta, like, do this. Oh, yep, okay, there we go. Yep, here. Hell yeah. Nice. Do you see that? So much more engaging. So much more immersive. Like, why even have a skip button when the quality of the dialogue and the quests in this game is so high in the first place? Why would you even want a skip button in your game? Such a stupid idea by the developers. That's going to be our second to last reason. Now let's get into the final one. And this is going to be geared around the end game. It's going to be very simple. We're just going to look at WuWa's stupid ass tower adversity, complete copy, by the way, of Spiral Abyss. I feel like this is just the dumb thing about WuWa, is that like they make the end game way too convenient. Like, it's an end game mode. You should like be struggling all the time, even if the difficulty isn't that high. Like, this is the stupid thing. Like, look at this. They just let me challenge the final stage without going through the first three first. Like, why am I able to challenge the first stage or the second stage with another team without having to do the first stage first? That's just, there's so little commitment in clearing the end game. Like, look at what I have to do in Genshin Impact to challenge the final stage. Like, you can see over here, like, clearly, like, the devs have been doing a great job of balancing their endgame by making Natlan characters required to, you know, really conveniently clear it. And so, like, look over here. I did not clear Chamber 3. And so, for me to try to clear Chamber 3, I'm going to have to restart from the first chamber. I'm going to have to restart from the first chamber, even though I've already gotten 3 stars and completed them entirely. For me to challenge that third stage again, I'm going to have to slot in another fresh team and do the first 2 stages another time. And that just makes the end game feel like it takes, you know, it takes a lot more time. It takes a lot more commitment. It's so much more rewarding for me to get all of the stars in this game when I have to like jump through all of these hoops just to like, you know, get 3, even though I've already earned 6 out of 9 of them. I don't even know why WuWa makes it like so convenient on their end to like do this stuff. Like, maybe that's why people are complaining that there's a lack of endgame in WuWa. They just make the stages way too easy to get to. For me to challenge the 4th stage over here, I should have to use the same exact team every single time. I shouldn't be able to switch it out. I shouldn't be able to use different units. And I should like have my energy. I should have my energy and like my concerto like stay static, right? Like my ending concerto and energy over here should flow into here, just like it does in Genshin. So I feel like more of that struggle. Having like all the like I could just challenge this. Like, right, look at this. It's so stupid. It doesn't make any sense at all. Like, I'm just gonna go into here and like have all of my energy on all my characters. It's so unearned. It's like why do I have all my energy and like all of my skills and stuff? Like, there should be like stuff on cooldown. Like, I shouldn't be able to just use everything. It makes so little sense what these devs are doing. Like, they need to make the end game more engaging, and like way more inconvenient, and like add more obstacles if players are going to get more satisfaction out of it. Just like what Genshin Impact does. It's just a superior end game overall. So yeah, those are going to be my final thoughts. Hopefully I've like gone through all of like the great reasons for why I am quitting WuWa, because like I've listed out all of these issues that are just plaguing the game. Right? Like, they're releasing stupid characters like Cantarella who are like supposed to swim, but they're worse than the free stuff. And like, I haven't even mentioned this part. Look at this super toxic mechanic these devs added in 2.0. I can't even begin to describe to you like how badly this killed the game. What? No. Why even put this in the game? Stupid devs. Making it so much easier to like, I should feel the struggle. I should feel the struggle of climbing to the top of this building. I shouldn't just be able to fly up there. I shouldn't be able to just fly. I should feel the struggle of going like this. This is what it should look like, climbing to the top of buildings. So yeah, I mean, at this point, it's pretty clear which game is superior. It's pretty clear which game is superior out of all the example, or out of the 2 that I've listed over here. This is just a cheap imitation, right? It's just a complete cheap imitation. It just downgrades on Genshin Impact in pretty much every single way. That's the reason why I'm going to be filtering it out for my channel. We're going to be a Genshin and Hoyo only channel at this point. And I think I've given a lot of good reasons for why. Let me know what you all think. Peace. All right, if you couldn't tell, you can look at the date in the bottom right corner of my screen. It is April Fool's. It was a long, I think I did commit to the bit for a while, but it was pretty fun. So yeah, peace out.